What's happening there, guys, and welcome back to another great video. Gwyneth Paltrow, a well-known Hollywood actress and the creator of Goop, has let visitors inside her magnificent Montecito property. Let's see Gwyneth Paltrow's stunning Montecito house tour. Number 5. Nurturing space. Firstly, a warning. The Montecito house Gwyneth Paltrow and her husband, writer-producer Brad Falchuk share, is not filled with a wide variety of caricatured, gooperific novelty features, so expect disappointment. There's no sweat lodge powered by crystals, no fermenting cabana, no plant-based toxic leaching zero-gravity pod. Of course, there are countless components that are specially intended to nurture the mind, body, and soul. They're just much more subtly placed. These components include Vitruvian proportions, sacred geometries, and a variety of exquisitely crafted architectural details that collectively represent a nuanced interpretation of wellness by design. The entrance has recovered chateau doming stone flooring and a fireplace mantel from the 18th century. On the middle table is an Akiko Hurai vase made by R.W. Guild. Images include chairs made of furniture, a person W.H. Paltrow clothes, and clothing. The intricacies of light and space, according to Paltrow, are what give the home its power. Number 4. Constructing a personal home. Before leaving to pursue a career in acting, Paltrow spent her first 2 semesters at UC Santa Barbara in Montecito, where she initially fell under its spell. Santa Barbara has always drawn me in. We would take the kids there for vacations, even though I was still living in London. It was our wonderful little getaway in the United States. It was like Grey Gardens. I fell in love with the land and the sights, despite the wild creatures and swarms of insects that lived there. Paltrow decided to pursue her ambition of constructing her personal home from the ground up. She humorously observes, "That was chapter 1 of a long and grueling journey, stressing the many technical difficulties, unanticipated obstacles, and existential dilemmas that invariably crop up during the construction of a house." Paltrow chose her trusted partners Robin Standifer and Stephen Alesh of Roman & Williams, an AD100 company that also designed the actress's Tribeca Loft, the first Goop pop-up store, and the brand's first permanent boutique in the Brentwood Country Mart to take on the project. Paltrow adds, "I wanted to imitate the sense of peace they managed to conjure. Robin and Stephen brought a true beauty to a very specky New York flat." She continues, "When I started this project, the kids were considerably smaller and I wasn't married to Brad, so I was ideating for a future self that didn't exist yet." Number 3. The space. A Parisian apartment housed inside an antique European barn, Paltrow's description of the house's architecture is a space that seems spacious but manageable at the same time, something with high ceilings saturated with light. The team from Roman & Williams responded with a plan that deftly bridges the classical and the contemporary, a long, lean monolithic structure laid out largely on one floor with a shingled roof and stone walls that approximate the irregular rhythms and weathered texture of dry stack construction. They were inspired by the simple forms and rugged grace of old-world barns. The house is solar-powered and has a gray water system, highlighting Paltrow's dedication to environmental responsibility as a crucial factor in any home-building endeavor. A house should represent the physical philosophy of its owner, and this one is inspired by Gwyneth Paltrow's height, attractiveness, and concentration on distillation. You can see it in the elongated proportions, rounded corners, and thin molding profiles, claims Standifer. The home is constructed around really precise, deliberate areas that we've been refining over the course of years. From the bespoke pewter-finished bronze doors, to the antique fireplace mantels, to the sculptural freestanding onyx bar that anchors the spacious living area, Standifer highlights the significance of workmanship and materiality in developing the home's deep mood and its unique feeling of place. Roman & Williams' skillful use of form, flow, proportion, material, color, and texture is most evident in the Sybaritic home spa, which is like the Bath of Caracalla meets a Mon opulence. It resembles an antique bathhouse that was unintentionally covered with lovely arts and crafts-inspired pale green tiles. We like examining the tension and electricity between items that aren't often coupled, according to Standifer. Number 2. Modern interior. A modern wall may serve as both a decorative element and a privacy barrier for a backyard garden. Paltrow, a self-described furniture enthusiast, initially intended to tackle the decor herself when it came time to furnish the home. I assumed I'd acquire a few wonderful pieces and everything would be good, but over time, I discovered there were so many layers, so many things that required care that I couldn't pull it off on my own, she explains. In the end, Paltrow invited Bridget Romanek, an old friend of more than 20 years and an AD 100 designer, to join the journey. Although Bridget is more modern than I am, I wanted to challenge myself. In addition, I knew it would be enjoyable, the actress adds. Gwyneth was clear about what she desired. She was familiar with the emotion, the vibe, and the story. It was my responsibility to convey those thoughts in a manner that would be pleasing and beautiful, says Romanek of her role. Similar to the building, the interior avoids outmoded notions of classic and modern in favor of finding harmony in muted hues, natural textures, and sturdy, uncomplicated shapes. Number 1. The rooms. The beautiful dining room, where a romantic hand-painted scenery wallpaper surrounds an uncomplicated composition of stunning modern lighting and furniture, brings to the forefront the push and pull between old and new, soft and hard, delicate and muscular. Gwyneth was less concerned with style in general and more with content. Yes, everything had to be beautiful, but Romanek notes that she was more interested in elements like atmosphere and movement. Many of the furniture have special meaning for Paltrow personally. One of the first things she ordered for the home was the Lindsay Adelman lighting installation on the living room ceiling. Here's the space, create anything you want, I told Lindsay. Paltrow describes the sinuous arrangement as an artistic incursion into this wonderfully serene place, like a lovely field of punk rock jewelry. Her Brentwood house in Los Angeles was transplanted into the room's Jim Zivic hammock, which has its same jewelry-like features, but is articulated in a far more butch industrial vernacular. Well guys, that's all we have for you in today's video. Let us know your thoughts about Gwyneth Paltrow's Montecito house in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed the video, then let us know by giving it a big thumbs up, and before we get out of here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our forthcoming videos in the future. Thank you all for taking the time to watch the video, and until the next one, take care and goodbye.